was the early 90s when this all began for me. I'd spent the previous 10 years living on the road as a New Age traveller, living in a variety of different vehicles, learning a lot of skills, learning to be self-reliant and that kind of stuff. I had a little windmill powering my trailer, an ex-military trailer, some train batteries from a scrapyard underneath it. You know, it was all kind of put together by me. And I understood that wherever I parked, I needed access to the wind, and I knew if it was windy, my needle went up, you know, when the wind blew and that kind of stuff. So I had a connection to energy. And around about the same time, the first wind farm in Britain was built in 1991. I went down to see it and spoke to the farmers. I was inspired by the grace and beauty of these really big windmills. And I bumped into the fact that climate change was happening. And the biggest single cause of it was burning fossil fuels to make electricity. And I thought I could spend another 10 years living this low impact lifestyle on my own, or I could drop back in and try to make a bigger difference by building a big windmill on this hill, which I happened to know was windy because I had that connection through using the wind to power my life. And so that was the beginning of the journey for me in 1991. I just thought, well, I'll drop back in, I'll learn all about wind energy, and I'll build a big windmill here. I didn't realize it was going to be such a big job. It took 5 years to build the first windmill, all sorts of battles, but learned all sorts of things. And it became the blueprint for the company, really. Then we went on to build other windmills, realized that to get a fair price for the energy, we had to be an energy company in order to build more windmills. And then, so we went. So the driving force for everything that I do really is something that I've carried with me since I was a child. It's a concern for the unsustainability of life as we know it. Everybody can effectively vote with their wallets, young and old, and I think it's the most important thing we can all do. The reason we focus on energy, transport and food is because it's we think, a joined up, simple story. 3 things to focus on. It's how we heat and light our homes, how we travel, and what we eat. And we all make those choices every day. If we choose to do better in all of those areas, we make the biggest change we can make, and we send a signal to the producers of all of those things. So that's our power. And it means we don't need to wait for governments and big companies to save the world. We can do that. Also, of course, renewable energy doesn't cause pollution. And not just carbon dioxide that causes climate change, but all of the particulates and the other stuff that's poisoning the air and killing people. So energy without burning stuff from a source that will never run out, it doesn't get better than that. Feeling powerless in the face of these global problems, I think, is quite normal. It's common across all age groups, actually. Partly it's about having the right information, and then partly it's about thinking you can do anything about it. And my message to people is always really simple, that actually the biggest thing you can do is change where your energy comes from. Choose what you buy, because if you don't do that, then you're actually part of the problem.